and then I decided to make another choice.
Okay, and so you're asking for another ballot?
Uh-huh.
And when you gave the one that you voted first back to the man, and he then tore it up?
I think he tore it up.
Yeah.
I believe he tore it up.
And so he gave
Yeah, he had to tear it up.
Yeah.
Because he gave me another one.
He gave you another. And then
Because I asked for another one.
You asked for another. Yeah. And then you voted that one. And you handed the paper back to him. And he put it in a new envelope.
Another envelope.
Another envelope.
Yeah.
And then you left.
Then I left.
Okay. On the way out, you met Mr. Watson again, didn't you?
Again?
Yeah.
No, I didn't meet him again. I saw him when I walked and left to ask, when I was leaving the place, I saw him and I asked him who he said those two people's names were. But I ain't seen him no more. I talked to him a few weeks ago.
Yeah. But at some time, didn't you thank Mr. Watson for making it convenient for you to do
Oh,
it?
yeah, I told him. I appreciate it.
Maybe that was the first time you were going out.
No, I saw him.
At a later time.
Yeah, and I told him, you know, I appreciate you telling me because I would never had a chance to vote because I had some work I needed to do. I think I was going out of town or Ocala, going somewhere, working, doing a job, and I was in a hurry. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you told me that because all these years I've been here, I never know you can vote at the city hall.
Now, you don't have recall on either time that you signed anything.
I can't remember. I really can't remember signing because I don't think.
But you do remember that the man put the
Oh yeah,
ballot
he
in
put
the
it back in
envelope.
the envelope. He turned his head.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember him keep turning his head.
Now, do you recall an occasion when you discussed the matter that you just described to Shauna Duran behind me?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you tell her essentially what you told us here today?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then there was another occasion in which you, I think, met with Mr. Grabsky, Mr. Washington, Mr. Canny, and another woman, I think.
And then she used to be a city hall lady too, up to the city hall.
Was that Tamara Robbins?
She had blonde hair. They know who she, I
You
just
don't
know
know
when
her
I see
name,
her.
right.
I know when I see her. But when I was talking to Shauna at the office, she come to me about the election. She said something to me about the voting and about the two people vote running. And I said, well, it was convenient. I said, Clovis, he told me I can vote at the city hall. And you know, and I said, and I went on talking to her about the election. I didn't think that it was she was going to make a big thing out of it because I didn't say it in a way to offend that I was mad with Mr. Watson. I wasn't mad with nobody in the city hall. I don't know nothing about, I don't know who two people running right now if I see them.
Right.
All I know is I voted. And next thing I know, it's created a big thing. And I wasn't offended by nothing.
Yeah. Well, you don't know of anybody that's offended by you, do you? I
don't know. I don't know. They trying to pull me in this and stuff that I don't really. What they're trying to use what I said and in my heart and what I said is not to hurt anybody. And the man just did a favor for me because nobody in Alachua ever had to take the time out to even tell you that you could vote at the city hall. I think that's a good thing. Then I told some other people about it. You know, I didn't mean for it to escalate to be a big confusion thing. I had no idea these people was against the city hall. I didn't know they was trying to. I didn't know nothing about all this, so she went telling me all this negative stuff about the people that run it. I had no comments about them because I don't know them. It's only what she says about them. I don't know they all that what she say right now today because I ain't know them right now. I ain't asked nobody what type of person they are. I ain't asked nobody about these people. I ain't asked that brother there. We go to the same church about who these people is, what kind of people. I ain't got into that because it don't really matter to me. I vote every year. You take a chance on everybody. you know, so it wasn't no big deal to me.
Well, we don't want to ask you anything about your opinion.
Yes, but I'm just saying, she made it like I was, got me involved and all this, and then she told me to come down to her office that there was going to be a lot of people there going to ask me about the election and that bring my cards and that Mr. Hitchcock and all them, and they'll help me get some business and stuff. This is what she told me. And when I got there, it was like he wanted to record me, and it was like a lot of confusion stuff. I said, I don't want to be in the middle of this. No, you can't record me. Clothes ain't done nothing to me. He done a favor for me, and I don't want to be in the middle of this stuff. And I told them that I was going to tell Clovers. And Brother Washington said, I'm going to tell Clovers. He said, no, don't tell him. And then when I saw Clovers, I didn't see Clovers for weeks and weeks because I wasn't trying to rush to. Whenever I run into him, I run into him. Like whenever I run into him, if I got something to talk to him about, I talk to him. It wasn't no big thing to me. My heart, my feelings about it, I really don't want to be involved in it because see, I voted for who I want to vote for. I ain't got to tell nobody who I vote for. I ain't got to prove to nobody who I vote for. I really don't know who I vote for. Know them like see y'all face right now. I don't know it.
You mentioned that Mr. Grabsky asked you if he could take the conversation, and you said no.
No, because I felt when they did that, I knew it was some kind of confusion there. I'm talking about record just suddenly. I said to her, what big deal about it?
Anyway, he didn't record it when you said
I said no. I told him twice no.
Okay. Now, do you remember the circumstances or the occasion on which you told Mr. Watson about this? I
happened to see him. I was going home. I made a U-turn to come back because he was out to the city hall. He be a lot out there on that thing talking to people.
Right.
And I saw him. I turned back around and I told him I needed to talk to him. And he come and start. I went to talk to him. I told him what happened. And I told him that I was going to tell them. I told them at the table that I was going to tell him because see, I grew up in Alachua. I know most of everybody in Alachua. Nobody. When I was coming up, everybody loved each other. It wasn't no hurting each other, doing no biting, no none of that stuff. This world is so crucial now. And when I felt in my heart, if I knew these people coming against him and want to record just something that I said, kind of use it to hurt him, like I'm at him, and I wouldn't tell him, I felt real bad. I had to let him know that these people trying to get me in something to come against you, that you did a favor for me, told me about, I can vote there. When they said they had 10 other people, if y'all got 10 other people, use those 10 other people. I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not going to fit whatever they want to, what I said, to take it to their advantage, to try to use it to cause confusion or hurt somebody. It's not going to work. Because I'm not the type of person to try to do harm to anybody. Because he did not hurt me. He did not do anything to offend me. So I really, really didn't want to come here today because my kids got to go to the parade. And I don't really like the idea of all this confusion. Because Alachua, when I come up as a child, it was Mr. Hitchcock, Miss Betty worked to the city hall, Mr. The policeman, he was a policeman. You call him, he'd come right then. He was the oldest police there. I knew all these people. We loved each other. My mama was coming up. We was kids coming up, had 7 kids, and they had a hard time. All she had to do was send me a letter to Miss Betty at the city hall. Go to Mr. Hitchcock, give her a letter. And that's what I believe in my heart. And when I see Clovers or anybody from my community of people, if somebody out to do something nasty or do something, if I need, I believe in the old ways. I'm not out to do no harm to nobody, so I don't know what these people got going. Ask them. Every time I saw Michael, he would bring to me about this election stuff and all this kind of stuff that I don't care. My son told him to leave me alone with it. I don't care what happened. Do
you remember what you told Clovis on that occasion when you turned around and went to see him at the city hall? You saw him on the city hall and you made a U-turn and went back to talk to him.
I told him about I told him just what I just told you. They all was sitting to the table, and Sean told me to come up there. I told him just the same thing I told you. Mike, I thought his name was Chris. Your name Chris? I called him Chris, and I said he wanted to record me. And I said, and all I told him about, I don't care what happened.